JV, this is a real big one. Joint venture. What is that? A joint venture is where you find somebody else and you build a relationship with them because they have something to offer that you don't have. So you're tapping into other assets, resources that other people have that you don't have. That could be an email list. Maybe you've got something, maybe you're going to get into a new niche and you don't have a list in that niche. So you find somebody who does. You build a relationship with them. And then they're able to, I just did a very successful campaign that I didn't have a list for at all. But I did a JV and made about 20 grand just off of that one launch and totally from their list. That's it. Reputation. You could borrow from their reputation. If there's somebody, if they're a big player in internet marketing, like Jeremy Burns or something like that, if you can get a JV going with them, then just on their reputation, it's going to help you out. Maybe you're a nobody or you're unknown, or whatever. Any resources that you don't have. Maybe they know somebody maybe there's somebody on their team that's extremely technical that does flash video or something like that. You don't know how to do it. Maybe you need somebody that is a really good developer. You can work with somebody else and say, hey, let's JV on this. But here's what you don't do. Make sure that you're actually building a relationship. What you don't do is, what I see a lot of people do is that's just go out and they find somebody and they send them an email and they say, hey, want a JV? Listen, somebody comes up to me and they say, hey, you want a JV? I'm not going to just jump on the bandwagon. You know what it's all about? It's about that relationship. It's about really building something between you two. So that being the case, you might even approach them and offer to do something for them. Maybe there's something that you're really good at and that they're lacking. Find a marketer in your niche, maybe opt into their list, see what they got going, and see how you could improve what they're doing and offer to help them. Build a relationship with them. And in doing that, then once that relationship is there, and part of the problem is that people just want money now. They want to find somebody that can market for them and say, hey, market, be an affiliate or do something or push my product and I'll make some money. That's not what it's all about. Seriously, folks, if you want to build a long-term business, something that's going to really stand the test of time and that's going to be more profitable long-term, you're going to take things nice and slow and build a real relationship. Another thing you can focus on that is really big in helping the big players is residual income. Something that every month after month, is going to be money that's coming in. As an example, one thing could be a membership site. So let's say you do Forex, foreign exchange. You set up a membership site that's going to have some training and it's going to have some, system evaluations, that kind of stuff. But the point is they have to subscribe and they're a member there. So here you've got, $5,000, $10,000 eventually that you're going to be building up to. That's going to be coming in every single month, and you just know it's going to be there. Well, when you do that, let's say you go out, you got it running, so you go out and you get another one going. Maybe it's a different niche. You go out and you set up another membership site. How do you run all these membership sites? Listen, people out there set up multiple membership sites, and they're making a killing off of that, and it's residual monthly income month after month after month. And you know what they're doing? They're managing people that are over those membership sites. That's what they're doing. Maybe you hire somebody to oversee one of the membership sites, and they just check it out, make sure everything's running smoothly, make sure, if people have questions about billing or whatever, they can answer those questions. But maybe they can handle running 2 or 3 of them, whatever, but you're sitting at the top, fat and pretty, just managing those people who are managing the membership sites for you. So it's kind of like there's a trade-off, okay? So what you have to make the decision, this is very important when we're planning the whole thing, is you have to define what successful is for you. Success is not just making a lot of money. So you can't say success is making $500,000 a year. Success is making $50,000 a month, whatever. You can't say that because you have to decide what it is that's important to you. If it's time freedom, then you're willing to pay people to manage those membership sites so that you can make enough money every month to have the things that you want and have extra time. If time is not a factor, maybe you're a troll and you live in a cave all by yourself and you've got a whole bunch of time on your hands and you really don't care for extra time, then you might want to do more of the work yourself, and keep more of the money. That's fine, but it's your trade-off that you choose what you want to do. Another thing that's kind of related to this that you can do is develop a tool that requires a membership to use. An example of this would be like an autoresponder or a Forex charting system that does calculations or something. So it's not like a real membership site, but it's a tool that people have to pay every month in order to use. And an autoresponder is a perfect example, like Aweber or something like that, where you got to pay $20, $30, $40 a month to use that service. Well, if you can come up with something that you can offer to people that they have to pay every month in order to use it, then fantastic. One of the things that I did was I found out really quick about this very thing, and I found a service that I could offer and that I could sell for, I think it's less than $100 a year, okay? But these people every year have to pay that fee in order to use it for a year, and you get 400 or 500 people doing that, and it makes a pretty serious additional income. And again, it's residual. Something else that you can do is offer to be an affiliate for other people's products, but the way that you do it, it's not like you're having to do an email campaign all the time and send stuff out and make people buy stuff. Do something like a blog or a review site. Something that is like, one of the things that I have is a website that has a lot of the tools that I use. And I picked tools that I specifically use and know how to use, and I wrote little articles about them and how they work and why they work. And then I put a link to that tool. Well, it's an affiliate link. People can click on it. They're taken to the site where they make the purchase. So they find out all about it on my blog. Then they click on the link, they go there, and they buy it, and that's it. Well, that, because of the way it's structured, is just sitting there, and it makes consistent income. And by consistent, I mean it actually grows, because the longer it's there, the more traffic it's going to get. But it's month after month after month, because those links are there, people are going to click on them. Sure, maybe it doesn't make a whole lot of money, but if you can set that up and you've got several of these things going, then that's how you expand your business and make more and more and more money. In other words, this is something that I don't have to maintain. With these links right here, that I don't have to do anything to that site. It's just there, and it just makes money. Even if it's not a lot of money, it doesn't matter, because I don't do anything for it. And that's the kind of thing that we're looking for, is residual, very low maintenance. Now, we're going to get a little bit into the mentality of, the difference between a $5,000 a month marketer and a $50,000 a month marketer. Think big. Don't limit yourself. You have to put yourself in the position of a marketer that makes $50,000 a month. I mean, you have to think like that. You can't, you got to be big time now. You got to think like a big time marketer. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen for you. Get in your mind what you're passionate about, what you're excited about. One of the things, this really is a big component for me. You have to be very interested and excited about what you're doing, and it has to really do something for you in order to be successful. Because what you're going to find is this. Number one, you're not going to push yourself really hard if it's not something you're passionate about. And number two, even when you get to the top, like let's say you get to the top of the corporate ladder and you're the CEO of the company. Well, if you're not passionate about being the CEO of a company, then once you get to that position, and even though you're making some big bucks, you're not going to be happy. You know why? Because you're not doing what you want to do. So even in this, so I've got my own business, I want to make sure from the onset, is this something that I really love? Is this something that excites me? Something that I want to do for the rest of my life? And that doesn't mean you can't ever change it. Sure, you can. You can say, okay, I'm not interested in this anymore, and I'm going to move on to something else. But ideally, if you can pick something that you know you love, maybe it's a hobby, whatever, you know you love it, and you can throw yourself into it. Go after your passion. Push yourself. You're going to work a lot harder because it's your passion. It's something that you enjoy. And you need to have a very positive mindset, and don't be a quitter. One of the things that I got to tell you about this is you're not going to go from $5K a month to $50K a month the next month. Okay, we've all got to pay our dues. We all have to work through the phases and the steps in our business. You can double your income like every month or two. That is doable. But it's going to take some work, and that's why we have to have a positive mindset and be working on something that we're passionate about. Let me tell you a little story about passion. I have been playing racquetball for, a long time now. But when I play somebody who I know is not good, okay, I know that maybe they're interested and they want to start learning about how to play racquetball. I don't play real hard. I just don't. You know why? Because I know I don't have to, because I know that they're not very good. But even though I'm of the same physical makeup, I have the same skills, in the same physical shape, when I play somebody that, like in other words, when I'm playing the person that's not real good, if the ball is a little bit away from me, I'm not going to exert myself real hard and go for it. I'll just let it fall. Okay. But when I play somebody who is good, and I know that they're good, and I know it's going to be work to play, and I want to beat them, I'm going to play harder, and I'm going to enjoy playing harder. Even though I'm working harder, I'm making my heart beat faster, I'm breathing heavier, I'm harder on my body, I'm slamming myself into the wall. I love to do it because there's something in me that wants to play hard. Okay? It's the same thing with your business. You can take two people, and a lot of times this is what you see is two people that have the $5,000 a month business. They've got the same skill set. They've got the same knowledge. They've even got the same financial backing. But one of them is going to turn that into a $50,000 a month business, and the other one is just going to stay at $5,000. Why? Because the $50,000 a month person is doing their passion, and they're having a positive mindset, and they're thinking big. The other person, they just started a business, and they happen to be making $5,000 a month, and they don't have, that drive. So it's not the limitations. Just like with me and the racquetball, I could physically jump and hit that ball, but because I don't have the drive, because I'm playing that person that's not real good, they're just a beginner, I don't push myself. Okay, so it's a very, very important component. It's not, you can't say just because, he's making $50,000 a month, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. No, that's not the case. Don't say that to yourself. It's if you want it, if you're doing what you're passionate about, And if you're going to give yourself, a positive mindset and think big, that's the only difference between you and them. All right.